Welcome to today's live. I'm Peggy O'Neill. I'm the founder of Answering the Call, the Facebook group where we answer the call to know who we truly are and to live as who we truly are. And by living as who we truly are, we know and can feel our purpose, what our meaning, and how to express that in our lives. So thank you for being with us today as more and more of us know who we are and live as who we truly are. Make an incredible difference on this planet when it can really be used right now. So today what we're talking about is how slowing down can speed things up. How slowing down can speed things up. And as we begin, if you're here in person, please say hi. And if you have any questions or comments during our time together, post them and we'll be in communication. And if you're watching this on replay, please put hashtag replay in. Same thing, questions, comments, put them in, and I will get back to you. Now, I know at some level we all know this. We know the rabbit and the hare story, right? How slowing down can speed things up. And yet, do we really live that way? Do we really, some people do, I know. Some people know this, that, it's the slowing down which will make the biggest difference. But right now we live in a culture that's so much about what's next, do something, get something done, got to move right now. If you're not moving, then something's off, or you're not doing your part, or you're not a high performer, all of that, which is just counterproductive to us living meaningful, purposeful, and lives where we can contribute what we're truly here to contribute. So we're going to talk about how to discover, what we're going to discover together is how trying to make something happen now actually slows it down, what to do instead, and how knowing who I truly am supports me to live this way. Okay, so when we try to make something happen now, the reason it slows us down is because we're resisting. Think about it. If we're trying to force something right now, that's a force, that's a contraction. That's a resistance to what is, because if we're allowing what is, then we're in this open, relaxed, allowing energy. But trying to make something happen, that's contracted, controlling, restrictive, and often in resistance as well. And we're trying to say we're in control, and if you've been paying attention, that's the wrong words, if you've been watching these videos regularly, and or if you're familiar already with non-duality, then we know that there's also no separate self to make things happen. So now we're really counterproductive, because this seemingly separate self that actually doesn't exist in reality, it seems like it does, and there is a reality to it. It's just not what we think it is. We're being lived. Consciousness is living through us. Awareness is living through us. So when we're trying to make something happen, we think there's a separate self. We think we're doing it, and that again slows things down instead of opening to what wants to flow through us, what wants to be created, and that's where the fulfillment and the creativity come from. So that's how we slow things down. So what do we do instead? Well, I've already mentioned that because it just goes hand in hand, which is relax. So once we realize that we're contracting, then we can know that's telling us, I'm trying to force something. I'm trying to make something happen now. I'm trying to, I'm slowing it down by doing that. So what do? We notice that when it comes to you, when you notice it, and you'll notice it when you notice it. There's not a technique to it. There's not you're doing anything wrong if you don't notice it. We just eventually, naturally will notice, I'm trying to make something happen. We're conditioned to do that. You'll do it, you'll repeat it, but you'll notice it, and then you go, and then relax the focus of attention. Just allow the focus to withdraw from any feelings, to withdraw from any thoughts, withdraw from anything else that you might be putting your attention on, like an object or a piece of paper or a video or whatever you're paying attention to. Relax the focus of attention and allow yourself to relax. When you sink back, that language, really there's no back to go to, but we have to use some language to at least attempt to describe what's happening. So when you sink back and allow what is, okay, now you're relaxed, you're open. And now things can actually speed up. Why? Because you'll have some creativity. You'll be relaxed in what you're doing. You'll feel more inspired and resilient and creative and open. And so there's more movement in that. And then how knowing who you truly are supports you to live this way is that if we believe we're separate, then we still think we're doing the relaxing, we're doing the hurrying, and then we can judge ourselves about all of that. We can judge ourselves because we're not making something happen. We can judge other people because they're not making something happen. As you continue, if you're pursuing the true knowing of who you truly are, then everything I just said gets easier and easier and easier. If we don't know who we truly are, then we keep doing it like an exercise, a technique, a practice, a process, and that's it's so it's not natural. It's just not natural. But over time, when we know who we are, all of this becomes totally natural. So we're naturally more open more of the time. We're naturally more relaxed more of the time. We're naturally not trying to make something happen anymore over time. And that's usual. That's usually what occurs. Again, since we're being lived, we don't know for sure that that's what will occur. But in my experience, that's what occurs. And everybody I hear talk about living as who we truly are over time, we naturally evolved into this natural allowing, this natural not trying to make something happen. And so that's how knowing who we truly are supports us to live this way, because now we're not resisting who we are, we're not resisting life, and so everything starts flowing more naturally, and we feel more in the flow more of the time. All right, so I'll see if there are any questions or comments. All right, none right now. So I will recap that how slowing down can speed things up is that when we try to make something now, we're forcing it, we're resisting, we're contracted, and it slows things down, makes it harder, we're more likely to make mistakes, all the stuff that we know that we do when we try to force something or we get in a hurry. And so what do we do instead? If you're pursuing knowing who you are, then you can remind yourself of who you are and then relax the focus of attention. But you can leave out that first step, whether you know yourself is who you truly are or not, and just relax attention from all the anxiety, the feelings, the thoughts, and just relax, sink back. It just takes a few seconds. And you can do that throughout the day, every day, whether you're trying to make anything happen or not, or whatever. But you can do that. Then the more you do that, then the more natural everything I'm saying today will be for you. So you just relax attention, relax your focus, and also know that what there is to do next may not appear to you right then. So this also isn't a technique to know what to do next. The universe will let us know, or awareness, consciousness, you'll know what to do next when you know. And that can be challenging for us, especially somebody like me who has always liked to control things and make something happen. This has been very interesting, but yet I was miserable trying to make things happen, so now I'm not miserable anymore. So that's another benefit of knowing who we truly are and living aligned with it. And so it supports living this way. Well, one thing I just said is that we start becoming the people who we truly are, which unhappiness is not who we are. So we become more open and peaceful and allowing, and then that naturally, as when we're trying to accomplish something, it's easier. So if you want any support with that, let me know. As you know, we have these weekly videos that get posted on YouTube, and they're here in the Facebook group. And I have monthly complimentary workshops, and we have an ongoing group that we work together to live as this, and I do one-on-one coaching with this and bring it into organizations in a way that organizations can hear it too. So if you're worried, well, people in my organization would be able to understand that there's a way to bring it into the organization that is more, what we would say, mainstream. So if you want to know more about any of this, just message me. And thank you so much for being with us today, and enjoy slowing down and speeding things up. Bye.